Hey guys, um, I don't know, but I kind of got a little bit of a mixed reaction from the last video that I made. Well, not the first video I made, first one. Excuse me. So I want to kind of go a little bit further into like what I meant. Is that you know, the reason why I'm against what it is, and it's kind of like I was just speaking with another believer that I was talking to today, and it's kind of like the reason why I'm very much against now with the whole transgender thing and the whole gay thing, which I used to not be before. And I don't judge the person, so don't mistake that. Don't think that I hate a person for the choices that they make. I may dislike the choices they make, but it doesn't mean I dislike the person. It's just the choices they make are very poor. That's all I'm saying. And I was even telling him today, like, I used to use the same argument all the time, that, I've known this since I was little, I've always thought I was a little boy. I had a lot of things that made me confused. And a child is not very hard to confuse. So a lot of people, when they revert back to a childhood experience about how they're so sure of something, you're really not. You don't know anything as a kid. You have curiosities, and for a lot of people, that those curiosities wear off, or they're redirected by their parents into living how they're supposed to be. And But a lot of stuff has been built into us to believe that being a homosexual is how you're born, or which there is no proof of that. And a lot of people will, but give me articles that show you. And you may not like my answer, because then I could pull out my Bible and show you where it says it's not. And or even the whole transgender thing. That's a whole theory on its own. There's really no scientific fact to back it up. And if you do, again, bring me articles. And I'll show you where it says in Ephesians that women will give up. It even talks about lesbianism, gay. It even talks about people give up what's natural to them to take on things that are unnatural. And I have ovaries and breasts for a reason. I was meant to be a woman. And I messed it up for the decisions that I've made. And the Father never sets traps for us. But He always has given us a choice. And it's still up to us to make those choices. But anyway, my whole agenda with this whole video is that I am going against the grain. I'm telling people I've been there, I've done that, and I can tell you it's not fulfilling. When you have a hole inside of you that can only be fulfilled by Yah, which in a Christian sense is God, or Yeshua, which is, the Christian sense of Jesus. When you have those two in your life, that emptiness goes away. That hole that I kept trying to fill with all these different things I thought would make me happy, all of them were temporary happiness. It was like having a little shiny trinket in front of your face, and it's only for so long does that actually, you know, make you happy. But in all actuality, it's a temporary fix. For them, it's like they fill you up, and it's like you're overflowing with. I, I can't explain to you. I feel whole. I don't feel empty like how I used to, and with that, it's like in this darkness that I was living in this sleep, when I was woken up, and in the darkness, it's like there's in the veil that covers your face from truth, holes were being poked into it enough to where I could see outside of it, and I could see the truth, and I could see what's being shoved down our throats on a constant basis. And a lot of gay people may not like what I say about this, but it's not okay. And it's come to a point where I don't date women anymore, because I myself, I have the same parts as them, same plumbing, so it doesn't work. So I haven't dated a woman in, geez, probably uh, almost 2 years, a year and a half. Probably a year and a half is probably more reasonable. But I haven't done it because I know that'll offend my father, and I know that's not what he set out for me to be. And with testosterone, I stopped taking it. I know that it was wrong, and I'm not going to continue doing it because it offends my father. It's like spitting in his face and telling him, your decisions are wrong. And what gets me about us is that we are so ungrateful for all the things that he does for us. you know, that our Father could actually sit there and tell planets to move into certain places and stars to stand a certain way and for air to blow a certain way and for things to grow at a time when he says to, and animals even will listen and tells them migrate here, go there, and he directs the suns, the moons, and the stars, and they listen. But he tells us to do something, and we tell him no, I don't want to. How ungrateful, you know? And I don't want to be like that anymore. And you know, I want to be ready. And I feel, you know, a lot of people from many years, I'm sure, have been saying, "Oh, it's coming soon, it's coming soon." But you know, more than ever, you see the signs everywhere. And Yeshua even said, like, I don't know the time. Only my Father does. And he goes, but I know what to look for, and I'll tell you these things so you know that I'm coming. And with all the things, with all the earthquakes everywhere, I've seen the one in Turkey, the one in Thailand, Japan. You know, even in my little tiny podunk town of Pueblo, Colorado, we had an earthquake in, I think near like Walsenburg, that was a 4.4. And had tremors that were in the 4.0, 4.4 range. We haven't had earthquakes here, I can't even tell you how long. And we had an earthquake. And he said that there will be earthquakes in various places, famine in different places. And these things are coming, and it's not something to take lightly. And so simply modifying my behavior to fall into line in the way that the Father wants it, I don't see as a big request. You know, he's not like Allah, their crazy God that tells them to go strap bombs to their chest into their children and go blow up things so they can have 72 virgins that they probably can't even touch on the other side. That's They won't get them, but I'm just saying, because that's ridiculous. Our Father never once asked that. Never once. You know, he asks us just to live right and just to follow his commandments. I think in rabbinical Judaism, in the Torah, I think there's like 612 or 14, 612 or 614 laws that the Father asks us to follow. Man-made, on the other hand, in the old US of A, there's over 5 million. And you really want to tell me it's harder to follow what he asks? I think what it is a lot of people see things in their lifestyle that don't adjust to what the Father wants, and that's what makes them refute him. It's because it doesn't go with their plan. I used to be one of those people. I wanted to be a lesbian. Then I wanted to be transgender. And I knew those things weren't of God, so I figured, well, I'll just stop believing in God then. And let me know what you guys think. You know, and if you want more proof, I'll give you more proof. There's been other things I'm going to be talking about too on this thing. Other than that, but that's my main agenda, is to really try to sway people away from those very dangerous lifestyles. Because the devil is all about smokes and mirrors, my friends, smokes and mirrors. And anything he could do to make you not do what the Father wants, will make you fall. That's all he cares about. He knows he's not going to win. This is not a battle he's going to win. But he'll take as many of us as he can with him. I just hope that you're not one of them either. Because I know I don't want to go. And I know I want to see you standing right next to me. So it's just something, let it marinate, and see where it gets. But I want to, speaking of that, I'm going to start reading my Bible right now. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later.